erupted over this win, and I'll be the first one to tell you.
This was a fantastic third quarter performance from the Indiana Fever.
Lexi Hull, fantastic game tonight. Fantastic game tonight, no doubt about it.
Leah Boston had 10 points, 4 assists, 1 rebound. Lexi Hall had 4 points, 4 assists, 6 rebounds. Kelsey Mitchell had 24 points. She finally stepping it up.
I mean, it was huge. I told her she's 1-0, so she's got to keep that run going, but we needed her out there. She was huge on defense, huge getting drawn offensive fouls.
Aari McDonald, they were down 17-10 when she checks into the game. They were down 17-10, and she immediately...
Lexi Hall is averaging 12 points per game on 63% shooting for 3 as a starter this season.
Yo, what is going on, everybody? Big news just dropped, and it's already setting the internet on fire. Aari McDonald.
It's 84-76. This game is going to be over. They just fouled Kelsey Mitchell. It's going to put her at the line. Lexi Hull, fantastic game tonight.
Donald just spoke out, and what she said is making waves, especially when it comes to Caitlin Clark. Yep, you heard that right. Just when you thought the Indiana Fever drama couldn't get any crazier, boom, Aari McDonald enters the scene and sets the internet on fire.
I never thought I would see the day. I never thought it was going to happen. I never thought it was ever going to happen again.
Signed just moments ago on an emergency hardship deal, she's already gone viral. And it's all because of something she said, or rather did, that involves none other than Caitlin Clark.
It looked like the Indiana Fever has broken a 3-game losing streak. Guys, for this one here, we got to go all the way up to Indy.
League already buzzing with drama and intensity, McDonald has stepped right into the spotlight, and fans are losing it. What exactly did she do? Why is everyone suddenly watching her every move?
They just won during the current WNBA's Commissioner's Cup, okay? Those games kicked off June 1st. They'll be going from June 1st through June 17th. And again, the winner, okay? The winning team that wins the WNBA's Commissioner's Cup will get $500,000, okay? So this win definitely makes the Indiana Fever in for the winning.
Aari McDonald is making headlines and going viral, all because of one bold move involving Caitlin Clark. If you've been following the drama, the intensity, or just the viral moments around Clark this season, then what McDonald just did will have you watching this twice. But it's not just the signing that's going viral. Fans are resurfacing a wild moment between Aari and Caitlin Clark.
I know twice at least they were up by 14, and it looked like they were running away with this thing. Look, this looks like it's going to be a big victory, all right? They're without Caitlin Clark. They need this game badly. Under 29 seconds, under 28. Kelsey Mitchell just stole the ball. She's driving down, and she missed the layup. It looks like she may have gotten fouled.
That's stirring up heated debates all over again. You're watching Black and White Sports, and just when you thought the Indiana Fever drama couldn't heat up more, Aari McDonald steps in and the internet goes wild. We're talking about a moment that has the entire WNBA community in shock, heated debates lighting up social media, and questions flying about what this really means for the Indiana Fever. So what really happened? Why is...
We've got Bonner struggling. We have Aaliyah in foul trouble. We have Colson playing some minutes. We have Bree Turner on our team. We have that fraud of a coach. I never thought it was going to happen again. And if you guys agreed that you never thought it was going to happen again, leave a like. Or if you disagreed, I don't care, agree or disagree with me, leave a like if we can get to 1,000 likes on this video and on this stream.
So here's the deal. The Indiana Fever just made a surprise move that caught a lot of fans off guard. They've officially signed Aari McDonald to a hardship contract, and the reaction? The Indiana Fever have been hit hard with injuries, and it's left their backcourt scrambling. With Sophie Cunningham, Sid Coulson, and even Caitlin Clark all sidelined, the team found itself in desperate need of a capable guard. That's when Aari McDonald entered the picture, signed to an emergency hardship contract. A move...
I mean, it feels good. You know, we are just focused on trying to control what we can control. We can't control injuries. We can't control how the refs ref. We can't control, missing shots. But we can control our effort. And I feel like we really came out tonight with as much effort as we could have asked for.
That, while expected by some, still caught many by surprise. Aari wasn't just a random choice. She was brought in with purpose, especially given the Fever's upcoming matchups against aggressive guards like Brittany Sykes and Courtney Vandersloot. Even though some fans questioned the move, it's clear the team wanted someone who could match that intensity on the floor.
They just won during the current WNBA's Commissioner's Cup, okay? Those games kicked off June 1st. They'll be going from June 1st through June 17th. And again, the winner, okay, the winning team that wins the WNBA's Commissioner's Cup will get $500,000, okay? So this win definitely makes the Indiana Fever in for the winning. Guys, this is a very exciting game, okay? It was a close call. The Indiana Fever, guys, they were not leading for the majority of this game, specifically the first half of this game, right? They didn't catch up into the second half. But when they were in front of the Washington Mystics, they were in front by 16 points. That was the major lead for the Indiana Fever over the Washington Mystics, okay?
Aari McDonald's arrival to the Indiana Fever comes at a critical time. The team, struggling with roster depth, has brought her in on a hardship contract, their first such move in 2 seasons. It's a short-term deal meant to patch over immediate injuries and absences. But McDonald isn't just a fill-in. This is a player who brings real value. She's not some unknown name. Aari averaged nearly 9 points per game with the Sparks and has built a reputation as a
Lexi Hull, fantastic game tonight. Fantastic game tonight, no doubt about it. 19 points, or actually 14 points right here. She was a plus 19 in this game. 6 rebounds, 4 assists, and Aari McDonald, let me just come out and say it, 5 assists, 3 steals. I had somebody tell me she's going to be a defensive liability. Looked pretty good tonight. Threw in 7 points, 7 big points in this game. Demarius Dantas, I wish she would get more playing time.
Quick and high-energy guard. The Indiana Fever have been hit hard early in the WNBA season. With Caitlin Clark already sidelined, things took a tougher turn as both Sophie Cunningham and Sydney Colson went down in the team's recent game against the Connecticut Sun. She's solid, not flashy, not a superstar, but definitely no state efficient. A situation like this, where depth is thin and options are limited, a real box score showed be exactly what the Fever need.
But now we're talking about the 2 players. Now we're talking about the 2 players that really changed everything for this team. First of all, Lexi Hull. Lexi Hull. What a performance. What a performance, Lexi. I understand you guys might see, 14 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists. All of that, if I'm not mistaken, she had all 14 in the second half. I think she had all 14 in the second half. She took over. She took over. The big reason they went on the run in the third quarter. She was a huge reason. She was a huge reason why they took over in the fourth quarter. In the third quarter. And she was a huge reason why they won that game. But I gotta give credit where credit's due.
When Aari McDonald was signed to the Indiana Fever under the emergency hardship exception, it left a lot of people scratching their heads. Not because she was signed, but because it didn't happen sooner. The numbers speak for themselves. In the 2024 season with the LA Sparks, she put up 8.7 points per game, shot 48% from the field, and had a free throw percentage of 8.
Alexi, after a 31-point third quarter, that lead this team built quickly dwindled away. How did this team recover, though, in the fourth quarter to win this game?
I mean, we broke this game into 5-minute parts, and we just wanted to win each 5-minute part. So I'm just proud of us for battling every single 5 minutes. And when it came to the fourth quarter, just holding on to that lead as best we could.
And as far as your game, you were scoreless at halftime. You finished with 14 points. What was the biggest difference in the second half?
Not much different. We're just going out there and playing, getting the open looks, being aggressive. I think that's all we can really ask. We got people out, so all 5 people on the floor need to be looking to score. And I'm just really proud of our team tonight for battling.
Speaking of new people on the floor, Aari McDonald in her first game with the Fever, she brought it on the defensive end. She led this offense. I mean, how did she make an impact with this new group?
I mean, it was huge. I told her she's 1-0, so she's got to keep that run going. But we needed her out there. She was huge on defense, huge getting drawn offensive fouls. I'm just so proud of her, and I'm happy she's here.
84%. Add 3.7 assists and 2 rebounds a game, and you start to wonder, why wasn't she already on someone's roster? McDonald's no rookie to this game either. She averaged 8 points during her time with Atlanta and was the number 3 overall Rookie of the Year back in 2018. That kind of experience can't be ignored, especially for a team scrambling to stay competitive.
The Washington Mystics, Sonia Citron put up 13 points. She had 1 assist, 7 rebounds. Kiki Arafin had 20 points. Shout out to Kiki Arafin again. She's in the running for Rookie of the Year, guys. I'm really hoping that she, actually wins it. Again, Kiki had 20 points, had 0 assists, 9 rebounds. Brittany Sykes had 20 points as well, 4 assists, 6 rebounds. Sug Sutton had 2 points, 3 assists, 0 rebounds. Jade Milbourne was getting on my nerves. She played 26 minutes, guys, and only put up 2 points, 0 assists, and 2 rebounds. I low-key want to blame.
What made it even more intense was the fact that Aari didn't seem to realize Caitlin had 1 more free throw left. She was so focused, so zoned in, she skipped right past the moment and jumped straight into her assignment. It wasn't loud, it wasn't confrontational. She didn't even say anything. But the look, the body language, it said everything. Aari came to play, and just like that, the internet had a new moment to obsess over.
It was a big win. It was, folks. They needed the win. In fact, in case I have not told you, it was 85-76. That was the final score. I always start these a tad bit early before the game is over, so I can sort of get it out there as quick as I can for everybody.
But if there was one play to the media, you could feel it was Aari McDonald. She wasn't just excited, she was fired up. Sitting at home 17-10 when she asked for a call, she said it felt weird. But the moment she got
Aari McDonald. Aari McDonald was the catalyst for that win. She was the catalyst for that win. Because you've got players that play with energy. You've got players that play with super energy, like Alexi Hull. But they need that point guard to push the tempo. And Coulson doesn't do that. Aari McDonald, they were down 17-10 when she checks into the game. They were down 17-10. And she immediately starts going. She starts running. She starts pushing the floor. She's passing the ball. She's running the pick and roll. She's taking charges. She's getting steals. She is legitimately took over that game.
People aren't just watching Aari play. They're remembering the fire she brought when she locked in on one of the most hyped players in the game. With Caitlin Clark now out, McDonald's presence has taken on new meaning. It's almost poetic. The same player who once challenged Clark face-to-face is now stepping into the gap left by her absence. The energy, the defense, the pressure, it all ties back to that viral show.
Only thing that kind of pissed me off with Kelsey Mitchell, which I can say, is late in the fourth quarter, she was taking big shots when it was pretty much under 5 minutes. Instead of her doing clock management, clock control, she was steady taking shots, and I just couldn't think why she, I still don't know why she was shooting the damn ball, but I just feel like she need not do that.
Go down, and fans can't stop talking about it. Austin tried to control the internet on fire wasn't just Aari McDonald signing, it was that moment. The clip that went viral features McDonald doing something bold and unexpected during a free throw. Blood, hustle, redemption, and Rye just hit her first shot at the line. And before she could even take the second, Aari locked in on her.
Aaliyah Edwards, guys. She only put up 5 points, had 0 assists and 1 rebound. Shakira Austin had 10 points, 1 assist, 4 rebounds. I'm sorry, she had 3 rebounds. Then Emily Inksler, guys, she only played 10 minutes. I feel like if she had more minutes, she could have possibly, gave the Mystics a bigger, just more points overall. But we see freaking Sydney Coulson, okay, get hit again. And again, it's like I'm a part of like several different women's basketball group chats, okay, online. And this guy that I'll be chatting with, he was like, you know what? At this point, freaking Sydney Coulson deserves a Purple Heart. She needs like a gold medal, okay, for sacrificing. That's how much she sacrifices her body for each game, okay?
In a clip that's making the rounds, Aari McDonald is seen at the free throw line in a game against Caitlin Clark. She takes her first shot, but instead of staying put to shoot the second, she immediately runs off to guard Caitlin, mid-free throw. That clip spread fast, not just because it was funny, but because it captured the chaotic energy around McDonald's sudden re-entry into the league. It showed a player hungry to prove herself, maybe even too eager in the moment, but fans couldn't get enough. Even the commentary couldn't help but poke fun, saying maybe she doesn't have to guard Caitlin between free throws anymore. The reactions have been extreme.
Mystics couldn't hit their threes. If they'd have hit their threes tonight, we'd have been down to the wire, and we were almost down to the wire anyway.
Aari McDonald, game changer. Absolute game changer. And her and Lexi Hull, legitimately, she can play beside Caitlin. She can play beside Caitlin. And I gotta say, when it comes to Aari McDonald, they need to do everything they can to keep her.
Aari McDonald, guys, I didn't know who this woman was from a can of paint. I'm not at all. I'm not gonna say not at all. I'm not that impressed with her performance today. Like, she has like speed to her. She has agility. She does have, you know, a pretty good basketball IQ overall.
Aari McDonald in her fever debut, she had 7.5 5 assists team high and 3 steals. Keeper. She's definitely a keeper, bro. Look at her.
People are calling McDonald a ball hog, saying she doesn't run the offense, comparing her to players like Mitchell, and even dragging in names like Grayson and Celeste.